1988 Vauxhall Nova GTE. Obviously top of the range in the Nova range. I'm going to start by just quickly showing you some of this paperwork. So the car comes with this huge history file, really well organised. We will detail everything about this in the description, but I just wanted to show you a couple of bits about it to start with. So the car, as you can see, 2 previous keepers. The original owners were this couple here. So they actually won the car in '88 on a telethon from ITV. Raised 21 million quid for charity. And one of the main prizes was a Nova GTE, as you do. In this file, we've got all the bits about the newspaper. We've got some copies and we've got some originals. We've got the second set of keys, the little key box, the original tags that the car came on, the original rear view mirror tag, again with their name on, 1st of August 88, obviously showing that the car had been PDI'd. We've got what appears to be every tax disc the car's ever had, right up until tax discs obviously got made exempt. Same goes with the MOT, so we've got obviously first 3 years no MOT, but we've got 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2015, and again we'll bridge the gap with the data that's online after that. Again 2019, 2022, so all the way back to 2006 is available online, and again check the description, we'll detail it a bit more. And then we've got original V5s, 6-year anti-perforation warranty from Vauxhall, and then we've got loads and loads of history with it, magazines, invoices for work, there's a timing belt there at one point, even there's a copy of the receipt of the check and everything, and then a load of servicing. Then we've got the original book pack, and again we'll detail what's in there in the description, but I just wanted to briefly show you that because it's huge. So 2 previous owners on this car. Mileage is again nice and low. It is 35,402 miles. From what I can tell, apart from it looks like it's got an exhaust back box on it, it looks to be completely standard from what I can see. Obviously in its original white. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. If we start on this driver's side, if we look down the side there, you can see lovely and straight all the way down there. Doesn't look like it's full of filler or anything like that. This front wing, it's all nice and clean all the way along. And inside there, again, lovely and clean. No sign of any corrosion, really well cared for. It's got the correct original wheel trims on now. I know these, the steels behind have been recently powder coated as well in black. So they're lovely and clean. We had them off when we first put the car up. 4 good matching tyres on there as well. Coming down this driver's side again, you've got the correct GTE stickers here. It's a little bit of a mark from some polish or something on there, so we'll get that wiped off. Going along the bottom, again, lovely and clean all the way down there. You can see all the points where that sill cover meets. If I have a look underneath, you can see immaculately clean. And the current owner was telling me when he bought the car, he was told it's never had any, never seen any rain. He's made sure it's never seen any rain in his ownership. I think looking underneath there, that's fair to say that's true. As far as the ownership history goes, it was the original couple that won the car. It went in the husband's name, then into the wife's name, and then it's come to the chap that owns it now. He's owned it for quite a while. Again, we'll put more of that history in the description. Coming down this side, all the correct reg plates are on the window on this side. So it's never had any windows. It looks like it's got all the original sort of 80 stickers as well, which is nice. Right, this rear quarter, again, all this plastic is lovely and clean. It's not dried out or cracked or covered in back to black or anything like that. It's just nice and clean. Same for around the filler cap. There's no sign of any marks or corrosion or anything along there. And along there, nice and tidy, this little step out on the GTE, obviously. Another good wheel and tyre. And again, in there, beautifully clean all the way around. And we'll have a look at that side from here. Coming up onto the roof, you can see along that gutter, really nice and clean all the way along. A-pillars nice and tidy. Around the window, all the way around is lovely. Roof itself, lovely and straight. It's not been caught out in a hailstorm or anything like that. And around the I've got the sunroof open so we can have a little bit of a look in the lip, but you can see lovely and clean. You normally do get a bit of a problem area on this lip, but as you can see there where it drops down. Lovely and tidy. Sunroof works exactly as it should. Sunroof itself, that's nice and clean. Seals aren't dried out or cracked or anything like that. Going around onto the rear. And again, the current owner told me this is the original vinyl decal. So that's a nice touch. Correct original Bristol Street plates on it as well, which is always nice. In here looks to be nice. Quite often you get a load of sort of muck and stuff trapped in there, but as you can see, that's nice and clean on both sides. Nice along the bottom there. From what I understand, the top half of the tailgate has been painted at some point, but again, it's very hard to tell. I'm only saying that because I've been told that that's been the case, but again, if you look at it, you can't tell. So it's been a nice job. Obviously this piece, which is the spoiler, is nice all the way around. The underside is good all the way along as well. Heated rear screen. Around the screen is really nice as well. And where it meets the roof, there's nothing to complain about there. On the back of the car, this lower valance, which again you'd imagine gets dried out and cracked. Lovely and clean. And then we can have a good look underneath from here as well. You can have a look at that exhaust there. It just looks to be a nice system all the way back. But obviously it's got an aftermarket, or it is aftermarket. But it does sound very good. We'll start it for you in a second. And again, you can have a good look in both corners there. Really, really good. If you're one of those people that wants to take the car to the show and put some mirrors under it, I think this is a really good candidate to do that. Both tail lights nice and clean. No sign of any cracking or anything on those. If we look at that passenger side. So it's got the door protector on. There is one for the other side. I think it's in the service box. The original owners put those on from new. It is nice and clean behind it. We took the other side off, obviously, so you can have a good look at it. But again, if you want to put those back on and take them on, it's up to you. It's always nice to know that they're clean behind it if I show you on the driver's side. Obviously, don't want to take them off and find something hiding behind there. Rear arch, again, lovely and solid all the way around. In there. Really, really clean. Go as far as I say, you're not going to find a cleaner GTE in the market at the moment. Again, this side, lovely and straight, not full of filler or anything like that. On the rear screen, all nice and tidy. Gutters on this side are good. This side of the roof's nice and straight. Even got the correct reg on the sunroof. And around the screen on this side. So again, problem areas down here and along the scuttle, but as you can see, that's lovely all the way along. Same goes for the top of the screen. And we've got our edges on the windows again. Even around the door locks is nice and tidy. No one's been opening it with keys or anything in their hands or big rings on or anything like that. And then this trim along the bottom. Lovely and neat all the way down there. Underneath from this side, just as good as the other side as you'd expect. Really, really good. All the correct GTE decals. All the plastics are nice and shiny. They're not dried out or covered in back to black or anything like that. And then pretty much the same story on this front wing, lovely and clean. There's not really any marks to point out, but it's been treated so well all of its life. It's exactly what you'd expect. Round onto the front, we've got a little scuff or a little mark here, just on the lower valance. It's actually nice to find something, just so we can whinge about something, isn't it? And then this front bumper, lovely and clean on both corners. All the red stripes nice and bright. All the lights are nice and clear. All good on that grille. Bonnet. No ripples or dents or anything in that, as you can see. No sign of it. There's one very, very tiny stone chip there. In fact, there's not. That's a little bit of dirt. There you go. WB & Sons stone chip removal. Nice and easy, clean, tidy. On the interior. And again, just like the rest of the car, nice original standard interior. Door cards are lovely and clean. Door shuts on the door, and the actual body itself are lovely all the way along. Even on these catches are really good. You've got the original sticker on here showing you the tyre pressures, okay, which is a nice little touch. Again, these do have problems with the dash top cracking, but as you can see, they're really, really good. No sign of any wear at all on the steering wheel. Again, like I said before, 35,402 miles. All nice and standard, even the standard GM Phillips tape deck in there. Not messed with at all. Driver's seat, the bolsters on both sides are lovely. You've got a tiny little bit where it's sort of a little bit thinner than the rest there. Actually looks a lot worse on the camera than it does in person. But that's that sort of velour-y material that always looks a bit funny on cameras. Headlining is fantastic. No sign of any marks at all on that, which for the colour and the age of the car, you'd think that would be a bit grubby here and there, but it's brilliant. Again, even on there, lovely and clean. Like I say, that sunroof works exactly as you'd want it to do. In fact, we'll take that back and have a good look in there as well. So again, in here, lovely and clean all the way around. Sunroof works exactly as you should, nice and easily. Carpet set's lovely and clean. Backs of the seats are good. Again, they've not been kicked or abused. And that rear bench doesn't look like it's been used hardly at all, to be fair. Round into the boot. If we're going to be really picky, struts will hold it open sort of to a point, but they don't hold it all the way up. You've got about 6 inches. So if we're going to be really picky, one new strut on that side would do the job. Take this down, have a look at the parcel shelf, but I'm not going to risk that. And there's nice and clean. Rubber straps on both sides are good. They've not cracked. Normally one of them's hanging off by now. And then in here, lovely and tidy. There is a car cover there with it. And then under the boot floor carpet, in here, full-size spare. All lovely and clean, as you can see. There's no sign of any moisture, no sign of any corrosion at all. Really, really good. It's not had any speakers put in the parcel shelf or anything nasty like that. And then passenger side, same sort of story. Lovely and clean door card. Door shuts are fantastic. All the way along. Passenger seat, same story. Really nice and tidy. No sign of any wear at all. The reds are lovely and bright. Really, really good. Carpet set's nice. All the original tape cassette holders are still there and working. No wear on the gear knob. There's no wear on any of the buttons or anything at all. And then under the bonnet, have to excuse some dodgy camera work for a second. There we go. Get that bonnet stay up. So again, in here, it hasn't been overly cleaned. It's been left as it was. But as you can see, all the panels, the inner wings, strut tops are all lovely and clean all the way around. No sign of any corrosion, no sign of any trap moisture. Underside of the bonnet, along that lip, which would normally be the problem area all the way along here, is really, really good. So we'll get it started up. So we've got a light on obviously for the handbrake. If we take that handbrake off, that'll go. Engine nice and smooth. So if we have a look on the floor, you can see there's no oil or anything dropping out underneath. There's nothing coming out of the back there. Give it a little rev. Not going to give it too much because it is cold. So it does have a good noise to it. So there you have it. Really interesting history. Lovely low mileage. 1988 Astra GTE. If you've got any questions, please let us know. You can come and see the car. We're open every day apart from a Sunday. Just let us know. We'll make sure we'll get you booked in to come and have a look. Or if you can't get to us, we can send you extra photos, extra videos, whatever you might need. The car was picked up by myself. I did drive it down the road. The gearbox is nice and tight. There's no funny rattles or anything. It drives as good as you'd imagine by looking at it. But again, if you do want to come and make your own inquiries, by all means, get in touch and we can help you out. Thank you.